What up, world? It's your boy J Star back again with another video. We got the Sunday night showdown, Titans versus Chiefs here, man. So we gonna get into this and break this one down like I always do. Go over defensive matchup, schemes and things like that, and how we should attack it. So that way we can find out who should be the captain and who should basically be the flex options, all the way to maybe some sleeper options if need be. So here we got Kansas City plays a 4-3 defense. Tennessee plays a 3-4 defense. Against the Tennessee 3-4 defense, you want to kind of air it out and then, maybe establish some type of run afterwards. But you want to kind of air it out first. So, of course, that would mean like Pat Mahomes will be in for a bigger game. And, when it comes to quarterback wise, against the Kansas City defense, they run a 4-3 defense. You will want to run to then establish a big play with your receivers. Once you establish that run, then the play action should be able to work real well. So, if we're thinking definitely captains, for Kansas City side, we gotta say Pat Mahomes. Definitely still gotta toss in Kelsey. Since you want to air it out, you kind of want to attack the middle of the field too. So that puts Juju and Kelsey first. We have to see what happens with Kadarius Toney, man. I don't know how much of the playbook he's going to have picked up. If he ends up picking up enough, man, he possibly could have been a sneaky captain then, because he's played in the slot for the Giants, and he's done really well there. But it's a new system. I don't know how much he's going to end up picking up. I know they will have him out there a little bit, though. But so these will be the three captain plays I feel like, but I also want to toss in. I do want to toss in. Where is he at? Is he that cheap? Pacheco, right? Because he starts now, so it's kind of crazy that he's so cheap. I know at captain he's barely a little bit more, but I actually feel like he could be in play, man. He's super fast, man. Runs like a 4.3 something 40 or something like that. So super fast. If he's gonna be the lead back now, man, I feel like he could be in play for a huge game here. Because once Pat kind of establishes these pass catching options and things like that, they could end up running the ball a lot. They're still gonna run the ball, period. Like they said, he's their main go-to back now. So I feel like he's in play for a huge game there. As just flex options here, I still like these three, of course, still. But like I said, who knows how much Kadarius Toney's gonna pick up. Also, Fortson is out, so that leaves only Gray now at tight end. I feel like, unless they end up tossing in. Let's see if they got a backup here, Frank. So we haven't seen him play, but who knows? He might randomly be activated and everything. But it feels like that just means Kelsey, I feel like, goes up, and Gray kind of goes up too. So could toss him in there too as well as a flex option because of that. And let me see though, but receiver wise, besides, forgot to toss in Kadarius Toney, of course. Who else? Oh yeah, MVS and Harmon, of course, because they know all the plays. So like I said, Kadarius Toney might not play as much this first game. I think the games after that he probably will be more involved. But if you still want to take a shot, he probably will be lower owned than most. And he is explosive though. Like, he's very explosive, man. Like, he's kind of has a feel of what Tyreek Hill kind of did with the shiftiness and things like that. I feel like he could do that. If they give him like some little simple screen plays, who knows, he could be gone, man. So that's the scariest part about it. I feel like, even though he might not be out there that much, still he could be, one or two catches for him could be a lot. Like, you can get a lot with that still. So definitely all these will be in play here. On the other side here, and if you want to take a kicker, you want to take a shot at the Chiefs defense, you can. It depends on really if they're still rolling with the rookie Willis. Definitely, to me, it's going to be Henry, of course, at captain, though, if you want to run this side. Oh, I don't know why I went to Pat Mahomes. Or did I really click him? But yeah, so Henry will be on the other side here. Man, it really depends on what quarterback. I would want Tannehill, I think, there more than Malik Willis. I feel like Malik Willis plays, he could try to rush in a touchdown himself. I don't know if that gets him to captain level. But if Tannehill's playing, I like Woods maybe being possibly captain, because Kansas City defense has been trash. They've given up a lot of points to receivers that's out wide and things like that. And I don't really know who else would be a good play here at receiver and stuff. I kind of feel like the next best option here You can say what like Westbrook Akini is okay, of course. He hasn't really done much. Where's the okay? So the other kicker is Bullock. So you definitely got to say kicker will be involved. But who I think is the next best option is actually Hillard. Like he's probably the next best receiving. I feel like he's a receiver, out there. He comes in for Henry, but we do know they're gonna run with Henry most of the time. But if they have to actually air it out a little bit because they get down big, I actually like the running back, of course, and then I kind of like Woods. They're tight ends, man. They're not just using them enough. It's so hard to say which one of these tight ends could do well. It's really gonna depend on basically, man. I can't even tell you because Hooper, I thought he was way better than what he is, and they're not using him. And Swam, and they're not really using him either. So it's hard to pick the tight ends there, man. And I don't really think they have any other receiver options that's really great. I really feel like it sucks that was it Treylon Burks is out because I feel like he would have been a really good play here. Man, besides that, just trying to think of like who to take here at captain because it's saying to in my notes here, y'all, that Titans should be able to put up 2 touchdowns in this game, and the Chiefs should put up 3 touchdowns. Of course, the rushing yards, the most rushing yards is given up by the Chiefs. Titans really aren't giving up that many rushing yards, but they're definitely giving out the yards in the air. So feels like man. I don't know. I feel like something weird could happen where it's just Henry and the whole Chiefs or something like that. But Henry was captain. I don't really see what else kind of offense they're gonna have there over here. Really, that's great. It says though, let's see. So by position, at like what I give y'all all the time, by position, Titans giving up 20 fantasy points to quarterback, which is 10th in the league. At running back, they're giving up 22. At receiver, they're giving up 40. And that's 6th in the league. And tight end, they're giving up about 12 fantasy points. So, man, golly. And so then on the other side, though, we're getting Kansas City is giving up 24 fantasy points to quarterback, which is a lot. But they're not going against a team that throws a lot. So that, it kind of takes that away, I feel like, from them really getting those fantasy points. At running back, they give up 27, and that's a lot. And then going against Henry and stuff like that. And then at receiver, they're giving up 43, which is even more than the Tennessee Titans. Like I said, if they was going against a quarterback that aired it out a lot, it would be a lot of fantasy points to get at receiver. At tight end, they're giving up 14.5, which this team doesn't really throw to their tight end enough. So it kind of is telling us that, oh man, like let me go back to flex. It's like Henry in the flex. I wish I can take Woods, man, but I would have to know like if Tannehill's a go. I feel like, and then I would be really cool with taking Woods. Man, I'm trying to think. Like, do I want? Let's see. Juju at captain is what 12-6. If I take Pat Mahomes, Kelsey is just so consistent, man, and being that one tight end might be out. I don't know if I should take Kelsey or, man, because they just give up so many fantasy points to receivers. Both of these teams do, though. Should I roll with Hardman again or should I roll with, like, MVS? Man, I think I want to lean to Hardman, I think. Then I get here, I got Pacheco, who I like, and man, what am I rolling with here? Like, depending on if that rookie is playing, I might lean to maybe some Chiefs defense, maybe. But if not, I might just throw in the other receiver here, man. Just like I said, load it up. It might be a 5v1 like this, man. If not, I'll just toss in maybe the kicker for both teams or something like that is what I'll probably toss in after that. But I think Juju at captain could be a really good play this week. But that's it, man, for this showdown, man. I feel like that's probably all I would, really consider happening here. If you want to flip it, like I say, and you think Tennessee could pull this game out somehow, I definitely feel like Henry will be captain in that play. Like I said, if Tannehill is able to go, Tannehill will be in play, even at captain. So with Woods, of course, as well. And then we could flip this all around and, toss in a whole Tennessee stack there. maybe running with just 2 to maybe still 3 people on the Kansas City side. So definitely feel like it flips a lot if Tannehill's able to go. So I definitely would toss him in there, like I said, because they are giving up way more points fantasy to quarterback for Kansas City side, as well as their receivers is more, and quarter and running back was more. Everything was more, really. Kansas City was giving up. So you can definitely, like I said, if Tannehill's are able to go, I feel like we can flip this all and start running aside of Tennessee actually winning this game, and more Tennessee players here. But right now, this is how I would feel until I get that news. It's your boy Jay Stardo. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.